Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here and welcome to BMTV. First of all, I'd say a big thank you to Mark from Qualitex for coming down last week and showing us how to make the bride and groom selfie statue things. Although I'm not sure a selfie, it'd be quite hard, wouldn't it? But it's perfect. It's of the moment. People have at weddings, photo booths, people have props, absolutely perfect. It's getting a lot of love on YouTube and Facebook, so thank you to everybody that's liking that and commenting, much appreciated. And yeah, Mark, thank you very much. I think that was a Mark Drury original. Yeah, that's right. So we've got another bank holiday on Monday, another one. We've only had two for Easter. Now we've got another. We don't need another one. There's another one at the end of the month as well. Too many bank holidays, that's what I say. Anyway. That means we're closed on Monday. So if you need anything for the weekend or Monday, make sure you order it. On the day of release is Thursday today. If you need anything, you will need to order before 3:30 to have it delivered tomorrow on Friday. Right, has anybody seen the marathon, the London Marathon that was this weekend just gone? I didn't watch it, but I saw some clips on the news, and there was I don't know if you saw it, but there was the guy, poor guy, 150 meters away from the finish line. He'd run more than 26 miles, and his body just said, "Nah, that's it, no more, calling it a day, I've had enough." And his legs just turned to jelly. He literally could not physically move any further. And imagine doing over 26 miles and then seeing where you wanted to be and you just couldn't make it. Anyway, his saviour came along, a guy came along and helped him over the line, walked that last 150 metres with him and supported him on the way to the finish line. And it made me think about support and how we as human beings need support, but also about support in business. And I have to be honest, in this industry, I think we're really, really lucky. We get a lot of support, and we're lucky to have two industry bodies here in the UK that support us. We've got NABAS and we have BAPIA. So not one, but two industry bodies. And I have to be honest, they're very, very supportive. You've got George at NABAS, you've got John at BAPIA. They both give their time to this, and one of the areas that you do get support is on the private Facebook groups. If you're not a member of NABAS or BAPIA, I suggest you become a member, and I'll tell you why it's going to make financial sense in a second. But the Facebook groups, the private Facebook groups, they are just members only, and it means you've got this forum of people, particularly if you're just starting out, you've got this forum where you can ask questions and not feel stupid. You can ask questions and people normally answer, honestly, within seconds on these private Facebook groups. So well worth becoming a member. Now, I've got to point out, I'm not getting anything from NABAS or BAPI. I just genuinely think they are really, if you're in this industry, you need support. We all need support at some point. It's worthwhile joining. And financially, costs a lot, does it? It doesn't cost that much. And what I'm going to tell you, you need insurance if you're in business, mainly for your public liability. And if you've not got it, you need to get it right now. So if you become a member of NABAS or BAPIA, you get that insurance as part of your membership. And we did a bit of research a while ago, and we discovered that if you were to buy the insurance just on its own from an insurance company, it would sometimes be more expensive than the membership. So for NABAS or BAPIA, you get your membership, you get all the benefits of membership, the Facebook groups I was talking about, but also you get your insurance as well. So it seems like a no-brainer. Join both, like us, we're members of both. And it just puts you in a level as well. That means it's saying to people out there, you are a member of a professional body. So I'd recommend it. You don't have to, but I'd recommend it. And as I say, I think the support aspect of it is great. So yeah, talk to John and BAPIA, talk to George and NABAS, and I'm sure they'll give you the lowdown. And yeah, recommend one or other of them. Now, speaking of BAPIA, the day of filming is Tuesday today. Yesterday was Monday, and John, along with Mike from Reds, Mike's been on and done a couple of BMTV shows with us, and they did something for the first time. It was a webinar, sort of training webinar. So Mike recorded, he showed everybody how to do quick links numbers, so numbers this size made out of quick link balloons. And I didn't see it myself, but I heard it was very, very good. And Mike recorded the video and then played the video, and then John and Mike were able to stop the video if people were going to catch up, because people were given all the details of the training, the balloons they needed and what they needed to do in preparation for the training. So they were actually preparing this as they were watching the video. But then Mike was on hand, and John, to actually answer questions as they were making it. So it was really interesting, and it made me think about, is that the future of training? Now, my opinion of training is it is never a cost, and please don't ever look at training as a cost. It's an investment. It's an investment in you. It's an investment in your business. If you go on a balloon training course and it costs you £200 for a day, and then you're able to go and sell something for £400 that makes you £300 profit, it's paid for. That's just an example. Obviously, it might take you 2 jobs or whatever to get it paid back, but you've got that knowledge forever, and then you can take that knowledge, you can tweak it, you can add to it. And Mike from Reds is a big believer, as if you look at the BMTV episodes that he's been on, he just talks about training. He's only been in the industry a few years, and he's been to so many training courses. He loves it. And now look at him, he's doing the training with Bapia online. But anyway, it made me think about training. It is an investment. It's not a cost. However, traveling to the training venue, can you get time off if you've just started out, you've got a full-time job and you're doing the balloons on the side? Can you get time off? You might need to stay overnight. Let's say you're traveling from north of Scotland or Northern Ireland or somewhere like that. Can you take that time off? Can you pay the extra £300-400 for training? It's difficult. So I was wondering, is this the future? So not training like watching Mark on a video that's been pre-recorded and you can ask questions, but it's not of a timely manner. But the sort of training where it's as if you're in the room, you can ask questions right there and they'd be answered immediately. And I was just wondering, in fact, I'm going to make that the question of the week. Would you be interested in that kind of online training? And if so, how much would you be willing to pay? Is it £20? Is it £50? £100? £200? Bearing in mind it'd be as if you were actually in the room at a training venue. Would you be willing to pay that? So leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. By the way, Mike has told me that he's actually going to be running a physical online training, a physical training session. He's not too sure when. It's going to be July or August in Brackley, which is where his shop is. And keep your eyes open for that. No doubt he'll be shouting about that. I'll give him a mention as well. So if you are interested in going to that, let me know and I'll pass details on to Mike. All right, now let's talk a little bit more about weddings. Wedding season is obviously upon us. We did the thing last week with Mark. So I've just brought a few new wedding balloons up here. We've got some from Anagram, the Super Shapes. You've got the bride and groom, the new bride and groom. Got a couple of rings there that in the States, because they've got diamonds on, would be called wedding rings. Over here, engagement rings. But it says I do, and one says happily ever after. A few other Anagram, couple of orbs there, one's sort of spring-like colours. And the other clear orbs looks like it's got confetti in it. It's got the dots printed on there to look like it's got confetti. And that's a bit of a theme. You can see the foil balloon there and the one from Batalic down at the bottom there. Best day ever. The dots and the sparkliness of balloons, very 2017, very trendy. We have wedding car ribbon. This is obviously for people doing a DIY wedding. If you're a retailer, you could just sell that and just sell it as a product and they could put it on the car themselves. If you're offering that as a service where you decorate the car, you could obviously charge a little bit more. And then there's this. Now I showed this last year as well. This is a Qualitex flyer. We sell them in 25s. It's £5 for 25, so they're 20p each, which is cheap as chips, but it's a really good professional bit of marketing. So if you're talking to people about their wedding and you're wanting to sell something a bit more than just 3 balloon bouquets, show them something like this. They will be inspired and you'll probably end up doing something you've never done before and be absolutely terrified, but you'll make quite a lot of money out of it. So you've got some images there. Obviously, if you've been doing it a while, you can show them your portfolio as well. But this has got all the Qualitex colours, the Qualitex balloons here as well, the foil balloons. It's a really good bit of marketing. Now dots, as I mentioned, dots and sparkles, they are trendy and on vogue for 2017. So I've got this is a new balloon. You can have a look on balloonmarket.co.uk, scroll down a little bit, hit new products, and this is in there. It'll also be in the happy birthday section, I guess, as well. But I've inflated this because the image on the website does not do it justice. It's a sparkly, it's the holographic effect, really. Sparkly dots, as you can see, lovely looking balloon. And as I'm sure you can tell, I did not do those curls. No, Rachel did those. But there's a couple of other balloons here as well. Again, sparkly dots. It's a girl, it's a boy. I'll try and show you this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the sparkliness, the holographicness of the balloon right there. So there are a couple of the dotty, sparkly balloons. Now, let's talk about this. I forgot about this. Didn't talk about this at weddings, for the weddings. This is a bow. I suppose it's not just weddings, it can be used for anything. And Rachel said, show everybody this. And this is something that Chris Horn showed her years and years ago. It's just a bit of organza. And organza comes on a roll like that. That's our roll of organza. And all you do, you get your strip of organza like that, and you just scrunch it up in the middle. See, Rachel wanted me to do this just because she knew I'd be able to. And there you go. So you've just created a bow. And then you just tie your curling ribbon around there, whatever colour you want. We've obviously got the silver or white there. And the good thing about organza, it's quite stiff. You've got tulle as well, which is not quite as stiff. But because this is quite stiff, you can move it to whatever positions. And these are a couple of jobs that Rachel's done with them. You can use these to hide the mechanics of where balloons join, so the necks and stuff like that, or you can use them to adorn another piece of work in between latex balloons or whatever. But so simple and so cheap to produce, but it adds value, and that's what we're always talking about, obviously. It adds value and creates something far more spectacular. In fact, I was on the Nabas Facebook page the other day, the hidden one I just mentioned, and somebody had done an organic arch for the first time. And it looked fantastic, and it was really, really impressive. Organic is where you've got the different size balloons and other bits and pieces like this, and I think there was ivy on this one. And it just looked amazing, and if you didn't know better, I think it could be at least £200 or £300 for something like that, because it looks so spectacular, people would not expect it to cost any less than that. So adding things to balloons just creates that perceived value that is much higher than you might think it should be. So yeah, there you go, how to make a bow. Right, now let's talk about these. These are banners. We've done the oak tree banners for years, the birthday ones. We've got some new ones now for the birthdays in between, or the non-milestone age birthdays. So I've just brought a few of them. Happy birthday daughter, happy birthday mum, birthday boy, happy birthday teenager, which is quite unusual. And for example, if you've got a 27-year-old daughter, you're not going to find a 27-year-old daughter balloon or banner, are you? So happy birthday daughter sort of does that for you. And then we've got the sale banner at the back. If you're a retailer, obviously that is perfect for a window. They're 2.7 meters long, which is 9 feet, I believe, and they are very, very inexpensive. So if you've got a bigger window than that, just have two. And as you can see, it's just sale repeated all along. But that's in the new products section on the website as well. Right now, the next big thing before Halloween is Father's Day. That's coming on Sunday the 18th of June this year. And you can see one of the Father's Day balloons here. These are supposed to be speech bubbles. Happy Father's Day. Love you, Dad. You're the best. And a few other balloons here as well. I think the foil balloons that all the manufacturers are producing are just getting better and better every year. Some funky designs like the best father in the world, the tape measure one there from Kaleidoscope, and the other Kaleidoscope one, the shirt and tie, and a few others from Anagram Botanic and Qualitex. But I think if you want the selection of the Father's Day balloons, get there now. Just click the banner on the website. The reason I'm talking about it is people started buying it already, so it sort of kicks me into talking about it. But yes, Father's Day is 18th of June this year. Right, we've had a phone call this week. Somebody phoned up, new customer, and said, what's your minimum order? And we said, yeah, we don't have one of those. And it's something we must not shout about it enough on the website, but we have no minimum order. And we did that intentionally because when we first started out and you go into places and they're saying, oh, you've got to spend £50 or you've got to spend £100. Or the other thing that frustrated us on, you've got to buy a box of weights, not just 1 or 2 frilly weights we wanted, and we had to buy a box of 12, and it just frustrated us. So we said we would never be that company. So we made the decision that there is no minimum order. If you want a single balloon, you can buy a single balloon, and to cater for that as well, we've also got the various forms of delivery. So you don't need to buy a single balloon and pay £10 courier charge. You can buy a single balloon, and if you wanted second class and it's under 100 grams, you can get that for £1.50 delivery charge, which I think is pretty good. But there you go. No minimum order with Balloon Market. Right, that's it from me this week. Question of the week, as I said earlier, would you be interested in online interactive training? And if so, how much would you be willing to pay for that? Thanks very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and see you next time. Bye.